Hello everyone and welcome to Inspiring Best Living channel, where we talk about wealth creation, wellness and well-nourished soul. My name is Remi Wesley Ogude and I'm your host. Today I'll be focusing on wellness, and specifically the topic is intentional steps to wellness. Before I go deeper, I'd like to tell us that the God factor in maintaining our wellness is huge. He said he fearfully and wonderfully created us. And this is so very true. The way he ordained it from the beginning is to play his own part by giving us a good body. And we also expected to play our own part by nourishing the body. If we nourish it the way we're supposed to do, we will enjoy best living. However, things happen sometimes. We don't do what we need to do. And when we fall sick, the good thing is that God is merciful to restore our health. All over the world, health challenge has been a major problem to governments of nations, and they have been spending a high proportion of their budgets to resolve this. For instance, in Canada between 2018 and 2022, the total health spending per capita increased by 23%. This should not come to us as a surprise, because health challenges do not only affect nations, they affect families, individuals, even community at large. So that's why it's so critical. They have very far implications on our productivity, life expectancy, standard of living. The list can go on and on. So it's so very good for us to pay very particular attention to our health. And I tell you, intentionality is the game changer. As Benjamin Franklin rightly put it, he said, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. This is so very, very true. And in my own experience and my observation, I've seen that people pay a lot of attention to so many things, and they do it, which is good, but they don't pay as much attention or nearly as half attention to their health. For instance, people pay a lot of attention in building their career, going to school, supporting their family members, even their social lives. They invest so much in it. And we as women, sometimes we pay so much attention to our outward look, our wig, our shoes, bag, clothes, everything matching. This is fantastic. I appreciate that, and it's something I also love to do, to nourish our outward body. However, placing attention or paying attention to our health is equally important. It's good when we build our career, we're out there working, investing in training, but we don't want to overwork to the level that we don't even have enough time to sleep. We are sleep deprived. That is not good for our wellness. So it's so very important for us to pay attention to all of this. And another surprising thing I've also observed is that a lot of people don't even adequately and intentionally integrate the three major components of health into their daily living. When I'm talking about the components of health, I'm talking about the three key ones, which are diet, exercise, and sleep. So that's why a lot of people, work and work, no time to play, no time to sleep, and no time to even prepare meal. They just go from one store, restaurant to another to buy food. And sometimes some of this food may not be healthy. So I also used to be like that. So it's not like I'm trying to come here and tell us things that we do that I've also not done. I used to be like that until I had some wake-up calls that got my attention. One of the wake-up calls was when I invited a family to come over and visit us. The sister came with her family, her husband and her children. And when they came, I served them food, drinks. I just saw her at some point. She was just looking at everything I served, the content of the drink, the amount of carb, the amount of, protein in the food, the amount of this and that and that. And I was wondering, what are you doing? Why are you checking everything? And she answered me that this is what she does, that she doesn't just take anything into her body. She looks at the content. Even when she goes to grocery to buy her food items, she checks everything, the content. I say, wow, no wonder you are looking trimmed, you and your family members, right? And she just taught me so many different things, including exercise. Unfortunately, I didn't really pay attention. I took some points in. I started with a few exercise programs that she recommended. But in terms of the diet, I didn't do anything until I got another wake up call. And I paid dearly for it. I should not have paid as I did. Neither should you. And that's why I'm passionate about this episode and more episodes to come, so that some of the health challenges that we're going through, we'll probably find some of this episode helping us to make changes that are appropriate at different times. I would like to go a little bit deeper into the conversation by suggesting to us, or by making some recommendations on some of the things we can do to improve on our wellness. The first one I will talk about is getting some health check equipment at home. It's so very important. Health check equipment, I'm talking about things that like scale, just to weigh ourselves if anybody is struggling with weight problem, like I used to. And this has helped me a lot. Weighing yourself from time to time to see how you can control it. That's one. Blood pressure machine as well helps with those who are having blood pressure problems, or maybe thermometer in case somebody's running temperature, you want to check, or oximetry to check the level of oxygenation. I know that some of these equipments are available in some of the pharmaceutical stores or health stores that are within around us. If we can have access to that, that would be fantastic. And sometimes they are not very technical. They come with manuals. And if we don't understand how to use them, we can ask the pharmacist or the sales rep who are in the store, who are trained to explain how to use some of these equipment. And some of them are very user friendly as well. Or we can have some of our friends, our healthcare practitioners, doctors, nurses, or those who are familiar with the use of those equipment to train us. It's just to be able to help. That's not the only thing we depend on. We still go to hospital, and that's going to be some of the points I'll be mentioning to us later. In case we are not able to buy or we don't know how to use it, we can just go for routine checks in hospital, and they will use some of those equipment for us, either in the hospital or in a clinic around us. So that leads me to the second point, which is physical check. Sometimes we need to go to the hospital to have things checked. So this physical check could be in twofold. One, it could be just checking yourself up if you have any pain or discomfort. You don't want the pain to become intense or the discomfort to become overwhelming before you check it out. You can quickly check it to be sure that you're okay. And if there's any further investigation, your physician will follow up. The second one is annual physical examination. To me, this is very, very important. You go to the doctor, he can check your vital signs, he can check your the major organs of your body, or he can also run some blood work on you, maybe urine test, stool test, take some sample, just to be sure that every part of your body, everything is working well in your body. This is so very important. And this experience, you can equate it with someone with when you are also servicing your car. You're servicing your car, not necessarily because it has broken down. You just want to be sure the oil is enough, the engine is fine. It's the same experience, because once the car breaks down, you can't move it from one point to another. So also it's our body. We don't want to wait until we break down before we start paying attention. And the other thing I like to also talk about here is taking the lead in some of those examinations. I'm not saying being the doctor. Over my 1 decade experience as a practicing nurse, have come to have a very high respect for doctors. They are very, very professional, very caring, very experienced. They have saved lives. I am very proud of doctors. However, I know they are not perfect. There are times that we also want to have basic knowledge about what are the things that I should be expecting when I'm going for this physical assessment, so that I'm sure that my doctor does everything he's supposed to do. And you can remind him if maybe he hasn't done this or that, you expect him to take vitals, you can remind him if at the end of the day he has not done that. Or even in running through your results, there are some things that we just need to have common knowledge about. Maybe some abnormalities when our results is being interpreted to us. The doctor does a very good job. But sometimes, peradventure, the doctor inadvertently omits anything. You can look through the normal range, if the maybe for instance your electrolytes, when you're talking about your blood work, you want to look at it, which one is within normal range, which one is outside of normal range. And if the doctor has not mentioned, you can ask, oh, I saw that this one is this. What can I do to bring it to normal range? Things like that, just to be involved. Don't leave it to doctor that, well, let them do whatever they have to do. They know everything. And after the result, they would do a good job, but also read through and make sure that you capture the areas you need to capture. That's the second one about what we need to do. The third one is about having someone who is very knowledgeable, especially in the area of holistic and integrated approach to health. It's very helpful. This gave me a richer experience in terms of transformation, health transformation. I had to get a mentor who helped me when I had different health struggles. I attended to my health. I went for different medical treatments, checks, and here and there, but I also had a mentor who was very instrumental to take me through the journey of healthy living and lifestyle modification. And I sincerely also endorse this to whoever thinks it may be useful. So those are the three major ones I think appropriate. There are more. Because of my time, I'm just going to stop here. And before I go, I want to quickly also admit, acknowledge, and appreciate the wonderful roles women are playing. I am a woman, and I know that the caregiving role that women are playing could be very tasking. We care for our husband, our children, other family members. I want us to also please take care of ourselves. I, for instance, I take care of my family. I also go to work. I have patients I take care of. But the rule of thumb in nursing is that you can only take care of someone when you are also well. That's why sometimes they give us sick leave. When you are not well, you go to work. As a nurse, they will send you back home because they don't want to compromise the health and the safety of the patient. That is the wisdom behind it. And it's also the same practice in aviation industry. You are supposed to put on your safety gadgets before you can put it on for your baby. That's how we are taught to do it. I've told us the reason is because you can only be alive and well before you can help somebody navigate safety and help the person also on his or her wellness journey. I'm going to stop here today, and I just want to, as I'm concluding, I want to remind us that this platform is to help us to thrive in three key areas in our wellness, wealth creation, and well-nourished soul journey. And I want you to always remember that you don't have to choose between being healthy and wealthy. You can actually have both as icing on the cake of a well-nourished soul. I want to really thank you for listening and for watching this episode. And I believe you'll be able to share it with your friends, your family, and the people you believe that it can benefit. Please subscribe by pressing the notification button so that you can get the new episode right away once it is produced. Until I come your way again, my name is Remi Wesley Ogude, your host. Take care and bye.